So I will start off discussing the mise-en-scene and stylistic choices I made when creating my 5-minute short film for my Year 2 Film Studies project. I chose a female protagonist to connote she is vulnerable. Females are stereotypically in more danger than men, therefore I feel a female will straight away connote danger to the audience. This reinforces the genre of my short film, which is an adventure, family and animation film. I have chosen to dress my actress in a blue t-shirt, partly covered by a pink vest top over the top. By choosing a blue top, this connotes that my protagonist is in a dreamland, as the primary colour blue connotes ideas about sky and heaven. Next, I chose a pink vest top over the top of the blue top in order to connote my character as a stereotypical girly girl. Pink is most commonly associated with the dumb blonde stereotype, therefore I feel I have achieved this stereotype successfully in order to portray her as weak. The use of costume design is evident throughout many of Tim Burton's work, who I have based my research on. Evident as such in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which sees actor and good friend Johnny Depp wearing a dark red velvet tuxedo-styled coat, complemented by a top hat. This helps connote that the character Willy Wonka does not live a typical life, unlike many of the characters within Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I decided to shoot my short film in Little World Plantation, which is a small forest in South Cave near to my house. By choosing to film in this location, I was able to convey that my protagonist was adventuring. This supports the overall adventure genre of my short film. A forest is evident in Tim Burton's adaptation of Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland, which shows Alice running through a forest following the White Rabbit towards the rabbit hole. Here it is evident that I have followed Burton's stylistic location choices in order to convey the genre. Moving on to cinematography. I have opened my short film with a medium close-up shot of my protagonist walking towards the camera. I have chosen a medium long shot to establish the fictional diegesis of my short film, whilst conveying the outfit of my character. As this is the first shot, I want to illustrate my character straight away to the audience so they understand who the protagonist is. I have included a tracking shot within my short film when my protagonist is walking around the forest from the left to the right. I have included a tracking shot so the audience feel as if they are following her through the forest, ultimately making them feel included in the narrative. There is the use of a tracking shot in Burton's Dark Shadows when Barnabas Collins begins walking away from Angelique. Here you can see that I have taken a stylistic technique of Burton's and incorporated it into my own film, demonstrated how I have based my short film upon Burton's existing work. When creating my tracking shot, I was unable to access any tracking equipment. Therefore, I made my own tracking equipment by crouching and walking whilst filming my actress, although this caused an unsteady camera action. When discussing editing, I have incorporated many different transitions throughout my short film. However, the main transition I have used is the broken TV transition. This is an ideal transition to use as it conveys something is going wrong in which the character is unaware of, further reinforcing feelings of worry from the audience whilst also maintaining an element of suspense. This is dramatic irony. Another transition I have used is the zoom transition. This portrays an element of disillusion to my audience in which is the overall theme I wanted to create. Burton follows the theme of disillusion throughout his work, however he tells this theme through the narrative specifically, whereas I tell this through the editing. I have used many different transitions in order to break up the scenes of my short film in order to maintain an interesting narrative for my audience when watching my short film. I feel I have fully taken advantage of sound throughout my short film by incorporating many different soundtracks and effects such as the white static noise during the short transition of the broken TV, Tiptoe Through the Tulips by Tiny Tim when there is a point of view shot looking up at the trees, and finally Sweet Dreams by Emily Browning at the introduction of my short film to create a spooky feeling straight away. I chose Tiptoe Through the Tulips juxtaposed dramatically with Sweet Dreams in order to convey mixed feelings of psychosis to the audience. Tiptoe Through the Tulips holds connotation of spookiness and scariness. Therefore, along with the moving image on screen, which includes daylight and sunshine creating a happy environment, the audience begin to generate questions and become inquisitive as to what is going to happen next. By including the white static noise juxtaposed with the broken TV transition, the audience are made to believe something is going wrong. This generates more questions as to what is going to happen next. There are many different scores used in Burton's films, typically in Alice in Wonderland, when Alice is running through the forest and she is falling down the rabbit hole. The use of scores add emphasis and tension to the films, furthermore maintaining the audience's interests. To conclude, I believe I have followed Burton's typical conventions such as his stylistic choices and themes. I feel I have achieved this successfully through the use of cinematography such as high and low angles, mise-en-scene such as costume design, pink and blue connotes Alice in Wonderland, and locations such as forest. I believe it is evident that my film is based off Tim Burton's adaptation of Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. This is evident through the use of cinematography, mise-en-scene, sound and editing, and I feel I have used these micro-technical elements to their full abilities.